Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is well. My name is Tabriz from the Amateur Footballer Unhinged podcast, and I have royalty. I have Ray, at the top, manager of Independent Vets. We have Paul, aka Black Klopp, who is a coach at Independent Vets. We have Coach Barry at the bottom, founder of Accra and Independent FC. In the middle with the United shirt, we have Nana, who's a centre back and also a level 5 referee. And we have Jamal, a senior member of the London FA, a level 3 referee, and also probably one of the plugs around grassroots football. How is everyone today?
Good.
Excellent.
Good, man.
Great stuff. You know what? Let's go straight into it. This show is all about you guys. It's all about you guys rating your players. Hopefully everyone is watching. Hopefully everyone is taking note. We are not here to offend. It's all friendly banter, and I'm really I am really happy to have 3 teams who have literally agreed to actually come on to actually talk about their players and also to rate them. And once all of the ratings been done, then the people on the panel will literally ask the person questions about their team and why they've rated a certain player a certain way. So let's go with the first person that literally logged on first. And we've had this person on before last week, Gus from South. Actually, before I begin, each team will talk between 15 to 20 minutes. So please bear with us. But the first person that I would love to join is Gus from South City. How you doing,
Hello.
sir?
How you doing? You right?
Very good.
Good.
How you doing?
Yes, Josh. Good evening.
We had you on last week.
Yes.
You guys, again, as I said before, probably the result of the week, a Division 8 team beating a Premiership team in one of the Southern Sunday Cup competitions. Well done. So let's go straight into it. So thank you, Gus, and everyone else that's literally sent this screen grab in. And Gus, let's kind of talk about your team's performance today and the ratings. So let me just get this up. Sorry, let me quickly get this up. Okay. So can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Great stuff. And again, big up Luke from South City.
Yeah.
And Joseph as well.
Yeah.
And hey, you definitely have support. So Gus, let's literally start from the top. What was the team that you were playing? What was the result? And can you kind of walk us through
what happened?
What?
All right, cool. So basically today I think it was the 4th round of the Marcus Lipton Cup. We were playing Dara FC, thinking Division 3, and we beat them 2-0, and we advanced into the quarters.
Well done. So could you can you tell us what formation that you played today?
Yeah, no, we play a 3-5-2. So
Okay.
And then today we played with 2 6s instead of having a 8, a 6, and a 10.
Okay, cool. So could you kind of just run us through the players' names, exactly where they played, and literally just give us their rating, and then from there the panelists will literally talk. I'll literally ask you questions about the game.
All right, cool. So Jack's our keeper. He had a solid game today. He was 8 out of 10. Didn't really have that much to do, but what he done, he needed to do, and he kept a clean sheet. So happy days. Louis, he was our right wing back to start. He had a solid game. He was bombing up and down the pitch, and he didn't really put a foot wrong, and he had a 7. Alfie was quality today. That's his first game back, I think, for 4 months. So he put in a real shift, and his dominance in the air was very vital today. So he had a 9. It was quality. But to be honest, the whole back line, Ethan Ants, there are 3 centre backs in the back three. They were superb today. They were sweeping up everything, cleaning up everything. Didn't really let them have a chance, but yeah, so they're all quality. So I'll give Ethan Ants an 8 as well. And then our left wing back starter was Ben, and Ben's just he's a ridiculous ball. He'll give you 8 out of 10 every game minimum. So today, yeah, he was quality, bombing up and down the left wing, dominating it. Yeah, it was quality. Then we'll move on to the 3 midfielders who started. I think the 2 sixes today were Jack Ridgway and Luke Hedges. With Jack Ridgway. Jack Ridgway was quality today. He just swept up all the danger. He was loud. He was dominant in the air, and he just helped out the defence as well. And he played some nice over the top passes to start some attacks. But he had a 7 today. Hedges, I thought was quality today. He's the captain. He had a real captain game today. He was working his ass off and just winning back second balls, all of that. He got 2 assists today actually as well, creating chances. So Hedges had a quality game. Me, I'm Gus. Today I had a 7.5. I was all right today.
Wait. Who rates him? Does he rate himself?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm just wondering. I feel like a little bit of a conflict of interest there. I'm just saying.
It was me.
So,
it was me and 3 mates.
Wait.
And
So
did they agree with your rating?
Yeah, they did. I said it. And they bumped up.
No. You're saying 2 different things. You're saying 2 different things. Who rates you, please? Simple question. Who rated you?
Me, Ethan, Jack, and Tom.
And what did they rate you? They all rated you 7.5 as well.
Yeah. I rate myself a 7 personally, but they said, "Nah, you had a good game." So yeah, I had a good game and I influenced the game, but not to my usual standards. Then Andre, he always get you a goal. He scored 2 goals today. He helped us out a lot. He helped us win the game basically, and he was clinical today. So
hold on, Gus.
Yeah.
Andre scored 2 goals, and you give your boy 4 months out of the game, man of the match.
Hold on. Wait, hold on, Paul. Like, hold on, Paul. Like, your questions will literally come after Gus has literally named his. Oh, Gus is ready today,
I'm ready.
Gus is ready today.
Yeah, then Noah started today. Noah was striker today. He done a job in a different position today. He was quality today. He was just causing havoc at the back, and he created a couple chances as well. So well done, Noah. And then we move on to the subs. Joe Titt came on. When he came on, he done his job, and his switches of play were quality today. So big up Joe Titt. And then Kadir came on as a striker. Sorry, Joe Titt came on at left wing back when he came on. And then Kadir came on as a striker. He almost done a worldy goal, and it almost went in. But yeah, Kadir just done a job. And then Jack Hedges, who our new signing, right wing back, came on and was absolutely superb. And he got an 8. He was quality. But yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, Gus. Actually, do you guys want to see the sheet so then you guys can actually ask any questions?
Yeah,
leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there, please. Leave it there.
Okay. Go on, Gus. Oh, actually, Gus, you know what?
Answer the question.
You got to be ready, Gus, man.
I'm ready. I'm up for any question.
So hold on. So who was the goal scorer? Who was the goal scorer again?
Andre both bagged twice, but he bagged twice.
So Andre got 9. And
Yeah.
Alfie got 9, but Alfie's man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, you can ask that question, Paul.
Yeah. I mean, no
Quicksand.
No disrespect. I know you're 8th division. Okay?
Yeah.
But the man's been out of football for 4 months. You said. How is he coming back, getting man of the match, and you've got a guy scored both goals, got you through, and you're not giving him man of the match? How does that work?
I hear that. I do hear that. But football's not just about scoring goals. As a very, very good defence and a dominant player, he's going to influence the game a bit more because the game was tight today.
A bit more than scoring goals? What?
So hold on. So Gus. Yeah, I want to get.
I'm a striker though. I want to score goals.
So the manager and striker. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Let's go some more. So
what you just said doesn't make sense, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense to me. I think.
For Andre, you wouldn't have gone through.
That's why he got a 9.
But he hasn't got man of the match.
Because, not to be rude, Alfie was more man of the match kind of player today. Andre just bagged 2 goals. He was clinical.
Goals win games. Goals win games. You don't You don't score, you don't win.
Wait,
Exactly.
hold on. So literally, Tom has come in and said Alfie was class today.
But we're not disputing his performance. We're not disputing his performance, but goals wins games.
Goals win
If I was a
games,
striker, I'd feel hard done by.
What about the clean sheet?
Well, the clean sheet's wonderful, but the 2 goals are the winners. You can have a clean sheet and get knocked out on penalties. Then it's just, oh well, we did well today. We had a clean sheet. Yeah, but you got knocked out in penalties. The goals put you through into the quarterfinals.
See, Ray and Paul, I hear what you're saying. Guys, hang on. I know they probably peppered you last week, so
no,
you know you're
he was nice to Gus. Gus is all right. Gus is all right.
Okay, all right. Let me just say this. Like, to an extent, I hear what Gus is saying. I mean, if I haven't seen the game, so we can't really comment much. But if you have like midfielders grafting and pulling the strings and you know getting like 2 assists, for example, your striker hasn't done much in the game, but maybe at the right place at the right time gets 2 goals. Yes, brilliant. He's won the game for you, but you must give that midfielder some credit. You know, because if he didn't do what he did, then you know you won't win the game, would you?
Yeah, but no, by Gus's own admission, the goalkeeper had hardly anything to do today, so the defense was fine. But the striker has scored the 2 goals that has put them through to the next round. We're not disputing. Alfie had a great game today, but the guy that's the killer has scored the goals, sent you through to the next round. Hold on, Gus, were they 1-yard tappings?
No, to be fair, actually, they were both decent finishes.
Well, then this is even worse.
Yeah, but I hear you in it. I do hear you. Like, goals win you everything. Like, if you score more goals, if you strike more goals, you're winning games.
I honestly think Alfie's Gus's friend, and Andre's not really his friend. He's given
you know what, Paul? You know what, Paul?
Yeah.
This is why you work with me, because I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
I think Alfie and Gus are mates, and he said, you know what?
Yeah.
You there on the slide?
Did he give you a lift to the game, Gus, today?
No, he gave me a score after though. He said.
Gus, I have a question. So, do you kind of normally play that formation? And if not, why did you play that today?
No, yeah, our 3-5-2 is our main formation. We do sometimes switch to a 4-3-3, but we've only done that I think twice this season, sorry. But yeah, 3-5-2 is our main one.
Okay.
So what division was this team in?
Yeah.
League 2.
And it's Southern area?
Sunday League, yeah.
Southern
League
Sunday. 2. So they're Division 2, so you're Division 8. So you're still... That's another giant.
Yeah, it's another one apparently that's just been done luck. So I don't know.
It's a great result.
What time did you get to the ground to put the nets up, Gus?
No, actually, we was at Wimbledon Commons Extension, so the nets are already done for us.
Nice. Quality.
Yeah, 11:30, 12:30 kickoff.
Quality.
So, Gus, I'm going to put you right on the spot. Which player did you look at first thing in the morning and like thinking, you know what? I don't think he's really looking up for it today.
What, in my team?
Yep.
No one, to be honest. No, we've got such a good team spirit. Like, we all just want the same goal, we want the same oh yeah, we just want to win. So everyone's just ready.
Okay.
I don't look at my team like that. I don't think no one on my team feels like that before a game. We always just want to win.
I got one for you, and don't shirk the answer. You said last week that you reckon you can jump to the first division, Premier Division, right? Which is again another crazy, but we'll let you through that one. Out of those players that we've got on the screen today, who would you say would struggle in the Prem? And be honest, who would you say you're probably going to have?
Well,
this is a cheeky one.
It's not Alfie. Well, it's not Alfie. Alfie's gonna walk that one.
We've got 3 massive injuries to key players right now, so some of them weren't playing. So I'd say about there's players in our team that haven't played football for a long time. And
don't give me the politician answer.
Yo, Gus, bro, stop ducking the question, fam. Stop ducking the question.
Okay. You know what, Gus? Okay, so give me one player that you feel that may need a bit more time to adjust to the Prem, if that's a better way of saying it.
All right, cool. I'll just keep it 100. I think.
Be careful, guys.
Yeah, no, I think we got players like Noah, Joe Tit, Louis. You know, they're fresh, but they're developing very well.
Okay,
that's your answer.
And we're liking them.
Okay,
that's his answer, Paul. That's his answer.
Yeah,
so Noah. Well, to be fair, Noah did only get 7.5. So. Yeah,
don't look into it. It's not some professional marking the game.
Joe, he got 7. I think he might struggle in the Prem. You've only given him a 7.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see him. Yeah, he only got 7.
It's not their physical, technical ability. It's probably more their confidence, thinking they're probably not good enough here. They definitely are.
I know. Gus, I know it's probably pretty hard for you, but I mean, how would you rate Jack as a keeper? Because getting a good keeper is so hard to find. That
he is. Jack there, he's quality. I don't even know how he's not made it. Okay. He's absolutely quality. I think he plays Saturday League. Yeah, and he's been about that semi-pro level. So yeah, he's decent.
Okay.
So this is just a kickabout for him on a Sunday. Then he plays better football on a Saturday.
Kickabout for all of us on a Sunday.
Okay, he plays better football on Saturdays. Okay.
We put 100% effort into games on Sunday. We take this seriously. Jack. We're coming here for business.
I love that.
Here for business.
I love that. Yeah. So Dara, this was the Frank Blunstone Cup that you guys beating him in?
No, the Marcus Lipton.
The Marcus Lipton. Okay. And do you know who you've got in the next round?
Yeah, Swag.
Okay, so literally, let me say, Swag are another Premiership team. I think. So literally, Swag are another Premiership team. That's a big challenge because I believe Swag are in the top 2 or top 3. So that would be a very interesting game.
That's the real test. Yeah, that's the real.
That would be like the real test.
So will you be going with the same formation, or are you going to tweak it? And
we'll think about it. We won't probably say it out loud, but we'll be thinking about it.
Okay. Do you know when that game is?
Yeah, it's the 5th of May.
Okay.
Or the 2nd of May. One of the two. I can't remember. 2nd of May. Sorry.
Why are you in the 8th division?
Oh, we're just a fresh team, so they put all the new teams in the bottom team.
It's your first season. Okay.
Yeah.
No, they don't. No, every new. No, they don't.
Wow.
Every new team does not go to the bottom division. Don't try that.
We'll show you the emails.
Well, no, if they got the thing is, if they've got no history, then they got nothing to argue over. So I can see why they get.
Yeah, no, they're making another league next season, and they're putting all the new teams in there that are joining. So.
Okay.
Anyway. I like Gus. Gus is smooth. See, when you're a new team, they say, "Oh, we'll put you in the basement division," and usually the team says, "No, we prefer to go higher." That means Gus didn't say this. No, we'll start there. We'll start there. Build some confidence.
No, we're fresh. We don't want to disrespect anyone, so we'll just do what everyone says.
I like this dude. I like this dude. He's smooth.
So what you're saying, Jamal? What you're saying is that Gus didn't have the backbone to say to the league. He didn't back himself. And he just said, "You know what? I'll take 8, just in case we get some hidings." That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Listen,
losses let people do the talking.
Losses don't look good on the gram, fam.
Yeah, we ain't had one. I think we're 14 games unbeaten now.
You're playing 8th division, Gus. You're playing 8th.
Man's unbeaten. He's playing against under 15s.
Guys, question.
You lot are cheeky.
Yeah, guys, question.
So, before you joined the league, did you play any friendly games to assess the quality of your team or the standards you play before they put you in the basement team, basement division?
They put us, I'm boying it. They're putting it. We had friendlies, and they before the friendlies they put us in debate.
So you had the friendlies. They saw you play, and still said, "Right, you belong in the basement."
Gus is gassing. or the G Gus stands for gassing, fam.
No, I'm not even worried about him.
Gassing,
Have you not seen Ethan wants to come on the show next week? I'm not sure what Ethan's coming on there for. Boy, there's a lot of room in this slaughterhouse. Let him come.
You're not respecting us. You're not respecting us.
8th division player.
No, hold on. I respect you. I think you should be higher than Division 9 or Division 12 or wherever you are. But in pre-season,
Division
you're beating
12.
National League and Premier League teams, but yet you then end up going to Sunday League Division 15. I don't get it. What's the point? You know, so yeah, it's cool.
Well, I mean,
listen, Jamal. Let's not use the cup games as a marker to what
this guy, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This guy's got it for me.
Your bread and butter is the league. So let Gus be on cloud 9 tonight, because this swag, when they slap them up,
who's slapping us up?
Wow.
Is it Cloud 9 or Division 9? I can't even keep it.
No.
You know what? Listen, you know what?
The only thing I'll say, sorry to breach, the only thing I'll say is, Gus, I want you to promise that after the swag game, you're going to come on here.
Yeah. 100%.
There we go. 100%. That's what I like, Gus. And bring Ethan with you.
Yeah, man. All the fire.
No, you know what? I mean, I think the 7th Sunday, I think it's only Croydon, I believe, and again, probably Jamal can probably correct me. The 7th Sunday are only playing cup games. So with South City winning the games that they are, I think it'd be very unfair for them to stay in Division 8, because I think everyone can actually see the results. This is literally no fluke, so it'd be quite interesting to see how the restructuring of the league will actually
it will be.
They got to stay in Division 8, because this season is null and void. This doesn't show you anything.
Yeah, we was top of
exactly.
Division.
How is it no fluke if they've played preseason games, they've played friendlies, and the league decided, you know what, you belong in basement division?
Okay, wait 1 second. All jokes aside, Gus, what division, based on the ability of your team, what division do you think you should actually be in? Well, like Division 3, Division 2?
He's already said that. He said
we can, bruv, we've outplayed. When we played Westminster Wanderers, it weren't a 0-0. We outplayed them. It was lucky it was a 0-0.
One game.
We can play any division.
Okay, so Prem division, yeah? All right, cool.
Yeah, we could play in the Prem.
Wow.
From 8th division.
Okay.
This is what I mean. This is why I am stopping. From 8th division to Prem.
Check the teams we played. It's not. I'm not.
Hey, listen. I think the best team in the 7th Sunday League isn't even in the Prem division. So that's from my understanding. So the divisions who need to be lined up a bit.
So Jamal, what team is that you're saying is the best team? Can we please have a name?
I think Sporting Continental are the best team in the 7th Sunday League.
Okay.
Is that the one that beat Tabriz 9-1?
I saw them today.
Is that the one that beat them 9-1?
Two of them today.
Why is Jamal's camera gone off the minute I asked them serious question? Tabriz, is he talking about the team that slapped you up 9-1?
Yeah. He is talking about like the team that actually beat Wimbledon Town B9. And again, you know what?
You
know what? There are.
Please clarify that you were playing in that game.
You know what, Gus? You know what? Thank you for coming on. Honestly, you know we love your energy. We love South City. Please still tune in, because again, like
of course.
Thank you, Gus.
Honestly, Gus, thank you so much, man.
For having me.
Cheers.
South City. See you later.
Take care.
Jamal, the Sporting Continental, was it not the same team that was in the finals? The one I was on the line.
Yeah, when you dislocated your shoulder because you didn't flag for an offside.
Hold on. Before we go to the next call, I need to dig into that.
Yeah. Okay, so
you dislocated your shoulder flagging for offside.
You want to believe this twat?
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking.
Never. These shoulders.
Okay.
Jamal's lying. So Jamal's lying.
Okay, you know what?
Wait,
hold on.
You know what these guys try to act like he uses his shoulders for work. Like he types on the keyboard for a living. He said, "Yeah, these shoulders."
Oh yeah, I've been there, done that. Tesco, 3 years, carrying flipping potatoes and all that. Gossy.
Hey, Jamal, his name
been
is
there,
now
done that.
Sir Nana.
No,
Just to
yeah.
keep you in the
I
loop.
paid my
He's now
dues, bro.
Sir
I
Nana.
paid my dues. I'm
Oh,
working
is
with
it?
this
All
now.
right. All right.
Not these
guys.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so again, I want to thank Gus and everyone from South City. We are watching what you guys are doing, and again, thank you to all of the guys that have tuned in. So next in line, we have Jacko and Lewis from Caldecott. I'm gonna literally include these guys in.
Oh,
Jacko, how you doing,
I
sir?
took a banging last week, boy.
Easy guys.
So
here we go.
How you doing, Paul? You right?
Lewis, my guy.
Oh, this.
You would have given up football from last week, Dred. That was a serious.
I come back for more.
Wow.
So,
we
all
like
right.
teams like you. It makes our goal difference look good.
Wow. Okay. So you know what? All right. So Jacko is the chairman of Caldecott, and Lewis Dawson is the manager. So again, thank you guys for coming on. We have some people from Caldecott already up the cards. So let's kind of get your players ratings on screen. And again, can you please kind of talk us through the game that you had, I believe, yesterday. So let me just quickly get this up.
No, last week.
Sorry, last week. Sorry.
We had a game today, but today we kind of just used it as an exercise to let the lads run out who hadn't played for a few weeks. So we're rating last week because this week was just like a training exercise.
Cool. So can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Zoom
in a bit more.
Let me make it.
Yeah, I can see it. It's all right.
Yeah. How's that?
All good.
Cool. All right. So so your opposition was the Royal Oak, and literally, who are the Royal Oak to you guys?
Yeah, they're top of Div 1. They're who I would consider the best team in the town.
Unbeaten so far this season, so yeah, tough game.
Cool. And you guys play with a 4-2-1-3.
Yeah.
And before we kind of go into the players' ratings, can you tell us what the score was?
We lost 2-1. It's the game that he's referring to, the where apparently we got battered, but I think we did pretty well.
Paul.
So hold on, you played the same team last week and then this week.
I'm not rating this week because this week was a training exercise for us. Because we literally, the lads that we put out are lads that haven't played as much game time as everyone else. So we fielded a weakened side.
So what was the score?
I ain't saying the score. You have to watch the video.
Yes, trained him well. Trained him well.
I think it's. Yeah.
Okay.
And what? Don't say that, Paul. They couldn't have taken a seven.
So
I'll say this. Considering the lads that were on the pitch, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some of them have come back in shocking state from lockdown. Considering the lads on the pitch, they put 100% effort in. You know, things got heated. You know, and ultimately you'll have to check the game check the video for the result. But we did all right. You know.
All right. So
you got slapped 7-0.
Okay, listen.
No.
No, they didn't lose 7.
No, don't respond, Dawson. Don't respond.
They lost 4-1.
7-0.
I want to dig into this one. Wait,
guys,
let's go for the ratings for this.
Let's please go for the ratings, man.
9-1 game.
Okay, so go on. So please.
So I went for Peter in goal as an 8. You know, I mean, he got beaten twice, but you know, again, it's a bit like the last dude that you had on. He's a quality keeper. He was we picked him up from like some Saturday League side, and he was third choice. And he's the best keeper we've had like since I've been at the club. So he always gives an 8 out of 10. You know, sometimes he makes a mistake, but you know, keepers are the last line of defence. You kind of have to forgive him a little bit. Ren played really well. However, he did score an own goal. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. He was good on the pitch until he decided he thought he'd try and get his goal. Unfortunately, in the wrong net. Addy up had as a 6.5. He's our centre back. Mainly because there was the second goal he was at fault for. The ball went over his head, and he. But that was really it. You know, they had a tough time. Some of the players that Royal Oak have got, they've got some really good ballers. Same with Hayden. Hayden played well. You know, they're just up against ultimately, arguably the best front line that we've played against so far. And Reece, I gave a 6, mainly because he's just not fit. He's not fit enough yet. He's not up to standard, so he got run around a bit. Mikey, you know, he's the oldest player in the team. Centre mid, he's 36 and still has the legs on everyone. He's a quality player. Reggie, he's normally a centre back. So with Reggie, I've sort of moved him from centre back into centre defensive mid, so slightly forward. And it was he was arguably our best player. He had to come off because he got something in his eye. Like he couldn't see for like 10 minutes. But when he come back on, he was the best player on the park. So for me, he was our man of the match. Baker started off as Cam, but I shoved him up top, sort of into the game. Back to goal, you know. Again, it was our first game back, so we're playing the best team.
Do you think you're a bit harsh on his rating? Like, do you think he deserves maybe an 8? Yeah.
No, because as a whole, we were rusty.
Yeah,
so you can't. I'm not gonna give people solid ratings for, you know, the performance that is their average. So these ratings are based on their average, not based on how, like, do you know what I'm saying? What compared to how they normally perform.
Back you fully, good decision.
Well, I want to dig in. I'm waiting to dig into this backline. His backline's rating. So I need to get to the end because I've seen some discrepancies that I want to dig into.
Bazanko, you know, he gives 7 out of 10 every week. But he's one of our wingers. He's actually waiting on back surgery. So considering he's someone that is literally waiting on a spine operation, he turns up week in, week out and runs everywhere. Adam Tim's up top. Again, first game for a long time. Lockdown hasn't done him phenomenal. And, you know, he's coming back. He's getting his legs back. And Liam's so rating is only low because he's our left back. We had our right winger, left winger drop out last minute due to his own personal shit. So I threw him in at deep end and just wondered whether or not he could play left wing, see if he could handle it. And
you found
he
out
was a bit overwhelmed.
And you found out he couldn't.
Thank you.
No, he's a far better left back.
Thank you.
You didn't have
hold on.
subs.
Wait, hold on.
Actually,
no like subs.
Give Barry, man.
Subs. I didn't go through because I got this list and there weren't subs. The subs were kind of it was kind of like, I'd suggest the subs kind of, I can't even remember who the subs were.
You got me on the spot here as well.
We had like eight subs. So to go through all of them.
7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd say give them all 6.5. That's fair.
Okay.
All right.
Fabrice, I want to dig in. I've been patient.
Question.
So,
go on then.
Ren, let me have this right. Ren scored an own goal.
Yeah.
And he gets the highest rating out of all of the backline who you said are coming up against top quality forwards. How in God's name do you justify that?
Because when it's the only thing he did wrong all game. It's the only thing he did wrong all game. He held his man in his pocket. The lad didn't get down the left side because Ren was on top of him. The only downside to his game was that own goal. If he hadn't put the ball in the back of the net, he could have been up there for man of the match.
Well, that's pretty big.
It was a great header.
That's pretty big. Own goal.
And to be fair,
6.5. They're playing out of their skin against some great forwards, and they've got less than an own goal.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's also old. I've got to give him leeway. The two centre backs, you know, you give them any praise, and that's it. They go to the moon.
Oh, okay. So you just tough love. This is tough love. Okay, I'm with
tough
you,
love, mate. This is, as I said, this is compared to normal performances. This is compared to what I've seen them play. So from what I've seen them play, you know, with Rusty, we're coming back. It was our first game. I've seen them play better than how they've played. It's not that their rating is a 6.5 because they defended well, etc., etc. But how I've seen them play and how I've seen them move together and play together, I would suggest that their performance wasn't as good as what they normally pull out. Normally, we were against great opposition.
Well, this is what I was going to say, because you said they were against better than normal opposition. So surely they should have got some leeway, and you kind of bump them up a bit.
Would you like me to change it to a 7? I'll go to a 7.
Dawson's brutal. Don't change. Don't put less. Don't move. Where you are.
I'll say this. When everyone turns up and gives 10 out of 10, my job's done.
Well, yeah.
Lewis, could I ask? So you said Adi 6.5.
Yeah.
He was at fault for the second goal. He said the ball went over the top of his head, something like that.
Yes.
Does he by any chance train with Tabriz? Because Tabriz has got like similar stuff about him.
To be fair to him, by trade he's a centre mid. To be fair to him, by trade he's a centre mid, but he does a job at centre back for us, and he's a good organiser.
Can I ask Lewis? Your forward, Liam, you say is a defender.
Yeah, he's a left back.
But you said that you had 8 subs. You had no forwards or subs?
No, you did. It was defending.
That doesn't make any sense to me as being a manager as well. Why would you put him there when you know that's not his position and you've got forwards?
Give his legs a stretch. Give his legs a stretch.
I can answer this. I played with him as a kid. So he's my age. So I played with him as a kid. And as a kid, he was always a left winger. And so he stopped playing at about 17, 18, and then came back into football literally last year, like the start of this season. And I found him far better defensively than I thought he would be. My original plan was to bring him in as a left winger, but then I decided to have a go and see what he looked like in training. And when he did, he was a better defender. So I put him left back, and I only put him left wing because he's a left footer. And I thought, well, actually, let's see if he can still do it on the left wing. But ultimately, he looked a bit, he's a great player, but he looked a bit lost, to be honest. And I think he'd agree. It didn't feel right for him.
So but you haven't answered Paul's question though, because if you have 8 subs, surely they must have been forward in the subs.
We had one winger on the bench, and of the players that were on the bench, I thought that it was a better idea to see. And it was a good opportunity to see whether or not he could still play left wing, because it gives me then another option if one day I need another left winger. So I thought, well, I'll give him a go, I'll throw him in at the deep end and I'll start him.
So basically, Lewis, you've just done your subs then, because if I'm a sub, you put on a left back to play there, and basically said the subs aren't good enough to play in that position.
No,
did Ryan Bertrand play there for Chelsea once in the Champions League final?
That's not the case. I had 2 players on the bench that are wingers. Both of them are young kids. So for me, it was like I could play these 2 young kids and let them have a run out, knowing full well we had this game coming up. And my intention, this weekend, my intention was to get them on, and they did. They played today. And so instead, I was like, look, I want to get this lad some game time. This lad hasn't, none of us have played. So I wanted to get him on the pitch in some position. I thought, well, actually, he's a left footer, and he played there as a kid. So let's see if he can still do it. It didn't work. And ultimately, I ended up changing it and bringing on one of them lads to play left wing. But I just wanted to see. It was a test.
6, and he got 5.
Okay, so Jamal, have you kind of got any questions? Questions?
Quicksand already asked all my questions.
Wow.
Coach Barry.
Leave him.
Yeah, I was going to ask Lewis. Lewis, how long have you been managing?
This year.
It's your first year?
Yeah.
First year.
Wow. Do you also coach the team?
I do what I can. I've got no badges or nothing, so this is literally just into the deep end.
He didn't have pre-season with them either, so he hasn't had a full pre-season with the lad there.
We got to pre-season, and kind of the guy that was doing it, who was going to do it, and it was only like just a dude that was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, because we didn't really have much of an option. he started working nights, and that was kind of the last we saw of him. And I went, look, I'll do it. If there's no one that actually in the side that wants to do it, I'll do it. I've been here for years. You know, I used to be a CDM, but I'm not a fit lad anymore. So I thought, well, I'll do this because actually this interests me.
No, I was just a little confused because you said the player's a great player, but he looked lost.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
no, he is. No, he's a great player. He's a great left back. We've got a couple of good left backs, and I would suggest that he is far better in the left back position. But as I say, I grew up playing with him as a left winger, and I thought, well, I'll see if he can still do it. And it turns out that he's a far better left back than he is a left winger.
Okay. Do you still play, Lewis? Do you still put boots on?
Do I still play? No. No, friendlies maybe, but not against Royal Oak, mate. No, I know when I'm beat.
All right, so in the comments, and I think if like people don't know, you guys are going to be playing the SE Dons, May the 27th.
29th. 29th.
Sorry,
Saturday,
29th.
May the 29th.
Sorry,
Davtown
29th.
FC. We've got a stadium for it. Excise.
Wow.
It's the Excise. It's the charity team, but a few of us have watched them for years now. So we always wanted to play them. It's the same with the other teams like your Palmers and that. Labour and love. So just looking forward to that. It's something down the line though. We've still got Div Cups and everything. Yeah, looking forward to that. Playing SE Dons in the Midlands, like really buzzing for that. Like it's gonna be a cracking day.
So I can assume from this, Liam won't be starting at left wing in that game.
Hey, you never know. You never know. A lot of football's been played until then. He might rediscover it.
Well, yeah, Ren has come up trumps in this. He's scored an own goal, and he's the highest rated defender. So
It's a good finish.
My hat is tipped to Ren. Well done, Ren.
Mate, for him to stick the ball in the back of the net is impressive.
Oh, it's brilliant. Just wrong end.
Lewis, I've got a question for you.
Go on, mate.
Do you think and I know that you've been manager for only a season, have you kind of ever felt that you've lost the confidence of the players that you're managing?
Nah, because we're a good group of lads, ultimately I was never really like a manager figure. I was just a player. I turned up week in, week out, and I just said, look, I'll do it. So I think kind of I try and build it on camaraderie and stuff. We've got to be a team, win or lose. Ultimately, if we turn up and all of us put 100% effort in, and we do our thing, we can beat a lot of teams on our day. Last week, was a bit of a friendly, so we decided to give a few people as much time to people as possible. So there was a lot of subs, there was a lot of changes. This week again, it was our last league game this week, but ultimately it was kind of like a lost game. We couldn't get any higher, we couldn't finish any lower. So for me, it was just like again preparing for the Div 2 Cup, which is what we start next week. So yeah, no, I don't think I've lost confidence in any. Hopefully not. They might tell me to do one, but
well, I think the subs will be knocking your door next week. The wingers will be asking us a few questions next week.
Well, the two lads are young, so they've got a lot to learn about football. So yeah, and they come on today, and they did well. So yeah, it's kind of like the way I see it is, we're a Sunday League side, so ultimately everyone pays to play in the team. For me, you want to win games, but people are paying money to play football, and for me it's like I want to get everyone as much game time as possible while staying competitive. So for me, it's just like, look, I make whatever decisions I make it for that reason. If you don't like it, there's the door.
You're brutal, Lewis. You're brutal, mate. You're so brutal. You've come in here taking no prisoners tonight.
Mate, I'm honest. And, ultimately, the lads we've got on our team are great players. But I'm going off when I've seen them play their best. I've seen these lads play 10s. First game back, against the best opposition
Can't
in the
expect
league.
Penn's first game back.
No, exactly.
Exactly.
So I did this as honestly as I possibly could, and I could have just come on here and gone, yeah, they all got 8. They all smashed it and all got 8. I'm rating this on.
We wouldn't have believed that, Lewis.
Yeah, we wouldn't have believed that.
So that's
do you know what I mean?
So hold on, what was the score of this
You've got to
game?
be honest.
Was it 2-1?
We lost 2-1, but to be fair,
both goals could have been done about.
So
they could have been 4 or 5. If their team were on it, they could have been 4 or 5. And I'm just rating them on how I feel that they perform at their best. And that's what I think compared to how they can perform at their best.
So your keeper's performing miracles then.
So hold on.
The keeper gives 8 out of 10 week in, week out. And in some games he smashes it. Today he made a fantastic save.
Oh, brilliant. Half time that was, weren't it?
Yeah, exactly. So this is Hobie to win. And to be fair, Hayden's had a shocking week, so he can't say shit to me.
You're gonna get so much venom in the group after this.
Hey, mate, it's the new
I can already see a comment here saying, "Let's not do this again, lads."
Hang on, wait, let me.
I want to see the wingers comment, because if I was a winger, I'd be in that group all night. I need to know why Liam started.
Exactly. That's what I don't get. I can't get my head around that. I really can't get my head around
As I said, it was an experiment, lads.
He's backed his mate. He's backed his mate.
Wow.
He's a left footer.
Your voice is very high. Your
I wanted to see if
very
that
high.
left footer that I played at school with still had it in his bowl. He still had it in his locker. He got run around a bit and looked a bit lost. So
when
did
he finish school, Lewis? How many years ago?
Oh, he's my age. I'm 27.
So it's safe to say then
you're going on when he played football at school.
No,
to now.
They're not.
Still ahead.
Still ahead.
27.
So he got a 5 and was lost, and he's got best days ahead of him.
If you don't have the belief in them, then how are they going to get anywhere? So,
exactly, mate. Ultimately, what I could have done is I could have stuck one of the young kids out there and gave them the game. But I was sat there thinking, well, what's more important to one of the youngsters? Would they rather play against Royal Oak in a friendly, or would they rather play in a league game against, in a competitive fixture? So I thought, well, ultimately, I'd rather have them for them. So that's what I did. I played them today.
You've just said, Lewis, that you play your games because everyone pays for football. So yeah. I put that to you. They would have wanted to play today because they've given up their time to play.
No,
football.
Last week you mean, Paul? Last week.
Oh, no. Last week they would have wanted to. Play.
Yeah, but we've got 20. We've got 20. Is it 23, Jack?
I think it's 23, 22 registered.
Yeah, 22, 23. So we've got 23. What am I supposed to do? Turn up for a league game and have a fucking friendly, and then have a whole fucking second team to go on at second half.
Do you have 23 players?
Friendly, yeah. You could do it for a friendly.
It doesn't work. People would rather play 60 minutes and 70 minutes.
For today's game, we had everyone available but 2 players. Everyone was available. Well, obviously not everyone, but you know what I mean. One of them players isn't registered.
You just said everyone.
Yeah. 22.
I know. Shut up.
Jacko,
not everyone was there.
Jacko, you're like a Tory politician, Jacko. You're like a Tory politician, man.
Yeah, let's leave politics out of this.
So we had 22 players today. So did you change them all at half-time, or did you kind of mix them up?
In this game last week, it was kind of like mixed up. Some of them haven't played football, and some of them don't do fitness outside of what we do. So, as I say, some of them are coming back from like zero fitness again. It's almost like we're starting pre-season again. Some lads are going out running 5K. Some lads are literally doing nothing. So it was just a fitness exercise ultimately. Get the lads on the pitch, get them running until they can't anymore. Get them off. If they need 20 minutes. And they want to go back on, get them off, get them back on. It was just these 2 games I've treated as fitness. As far as I'm concerned, these 2 games weren't important to me. The important ones are coming up. The important ones are next week, the Div 2 Cup. Moving forward.
Cool. And literally I've got a question. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but question. to like you guys. Are you planning to go into Division 1, or are you guys gonna just wait and literally try and
We're
win?
just gonna dilly dally and we're just gonna dilly dally in Div 2 for a few years. Yeah, of course we want to go up.
We're as far as I'm concerned, you know, we were rusty today in the game that we played. We were better last week in this game, and you know, ultimately, I think on our day when we've played the top teams, we've looked far better side in this division. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, the lads I've got, we're the best team in the league.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
In this division, not Div 1. Div 1, there are some fucking good teams. Excuse my language. But yeah, so for Div 2, as far as I'm concerned, we're the best team in the league, and we've just got to go out and prove it week in, week out.
Where were you in? I've just checked the system, and Caldecott actually have 25 players registered.
Yeah, we've had some people drop out and leave. We started off the season with a rebuild job. We had a lot of players leave last season, so we've sort of picked players up as we go. But from the 4th game onwards, we've lost one. As in, like, league games. We've lost one league game.
Okay. No, all right. No, fair enough. You know what, guys? Thank you so much, Lewis and Jacko, for like coming on. We will
well
be
handled,
again.
Lewis. Well handled.
Thank Lewis, man.
I can take stick, mate.
I
have this badge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what,
I
Lewis?
take stick.
You know what, Lewis? That's the best thing you've said since you've come on this show. That badge there.
Allow it.
Oh, boy. Hey, careful how you pronounce certain words, you know.
Man said I can take
dear. Lewis and Jacko, thank you for like coming on. Please.
Thank you, guys.
Soon.
Speak to you soon, no doubt.
Cheers.
Peace.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
All right, perfect. Oh, you know, again, Caldecott are honestly like a really good bunch of lads. They are literally playing the SE Dons on the 20. What did he say? Was it the 28th or 29th? And you know what? I think it's going to be a very interesting game. They are literally based in Rugby, so they are literally flying the flag for like their like local village. You know, they like film their games. They are active on social media. So yeah, literally, I've got a lot of time for them. I have a lot of time for them.
So you should go down there and do an interview with them.
Yeah, you know what? Like I might do. Yeah.
You're gonna go all the way to Rugby.
Why not?
He couldn't go to Honor Oak this morning, so he ain't gonna go Wednesday,
So you're gonna go all the way to Rugby, and you can't turn up on a Saturday to play for us. Seriously.
You know, listen. You know what I mean?
That's a flipping piss take.
He ain't going Rugby.
Listen. I've been there. You know now. I think I've paid my dues, but you know what? This show is not about me. It's about
paid what dues for who?
You know what? This show is
for Independent FC.
This show is not about me. Let's get the next manager on the line, and you know what? I'm gonna wait.
Again, he does drive diesel, so he could make it. He does drive diesel.
Oh, up there. All right. So, I am, gonna get the next manager on. This is Rav from Grand Sports. Rav, are you doing, sir?
Hello. Yeah. Evening. Good. Doing well. You guys?
Yeah. Everyone's
good.
Evening,
Rav. Good evening,
guys.
So let me get your play ratings. And could you also talk about your team as well, if that's possible?
Team in general, or just the game yesterday?
Let's kind of talk about your team. Team in general. Let's kind of get some eyeballs on your club.
Cool. So Grand Sports, we started originally called FC Grand in 2015. After a work project, I started a work about getting men in the area active again. So we started in 2015 in the Rochester District Saturday League. And that first squad we had, 80% had never played competitive 11-a-side before. So it was a test. I started in goal, wasn't good, but I had to take one for the team. Thankfully, I got injured in January of that season, and we ended up getting someone else to go in goal who was a bit more capable than I was. Fast forward a couple of years where we've kind of grown as a team, grown as a squad. We took part in our first final in 2019, which we won, beating teams along the way that were in a division above us. Last year, as our fifth year is in existence, we kind of changed to Grand Sports to turn into multi-sports. So eventually we'll have a basketball team. And for next season, we're starting reserves. So we'll have 2 squads starting in September.
Cool. Nice one. So let's kind of get your ratings up.
I'm going to read. Mad respect, Rob, but it looks like you've done a great job in getting kids into doing some good activities.
It's been tough. Obviously, those first 2 seasons where you've got a squad who've never really played competitively before, and you're getting beat heavily. But the good thing is that team spirit, kind of, that's where it grows. And those first 2 seasons where you learn, and you develop as a squad, and luckily people bring friends, people bring people they know, and you grow as a team, you improve as a team, and thankfully we have.
No, I'm actually more interested in getting kids active again and doing So well done for that.
Thank you.
Well done. But let's come up. This is the previous one. Sorry guys, let me open this one. All right, let me go in here. Let me close this one down.
Typical.
Let me close this one down.
Well, the thing is, all that time and he's still thinking about with his keyboard.
Tell me about it.
Gee whiz, what were you doing there? Was you lost?
Where is he?
Here we are trying to do a review, and you're there to close this one, close that one.
Do we get
you trying to get to the game? Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. This is a 2.5 max for Tabriz.
Sorry, and I'm just okay. I got it. Apologies. So, so Rav, could you? So literally, could you? So Rav, can you go through course like the opposition that you played, the formation, and the ratings, and then the guys will literally question anything that they have to.
Yep. So, we played Raynham Kenilworth United in the Quarter Centenary Cup first round. We won 3-1. We normally play 4-3-3. So starting with Jamie in goal. Only his second game for the club. Thankfully, we found a keeper. Keepers are one of the gold dust around us. We seem to we go through keepers like anything, but reliable. First half, he kept us in it. Made some very good saves, and second half, to be fair, apart from a couple of crosses, it was all sound. Backline, so Josh started left back, our skipper, kind of a position change for me. He's normally our right back. Kept their winger under lock, both halves. Miguel, probably our most experienced centre back we've got. Solid at the back. The team we played were quite direct. He won everything in the air. Composed. Organised that backline very well. Harry next to him, his first season with the club, again, was superb in the air yesterday, and kept it tight, and delivered a peach of a free kick for one of our goals. Lewis had a hand in the first goal. Played well, was tested by their winger, but held his own. He's young, first year in men's football. But unfortunately, he had to go off injury, done his knee ligaments. So he went off at half time, and he's probably out for the season. Midfield, so Collar got a 9 out of 10. He was superb yesterday. Ran the game from midfield, scored probably our best goal we scored this season. And was his general play and his leadership in the middle was superb. Next to him, Kane. Gave him 8.5. He's kind of that does all the donkey work for Collar and Michael. Wins the balls in the air, does all that dirty work, protecting the back four, allowing them to kind of a free roll and get up front and fill the box. Michael, a 7 out of 10. Quiet game for him. He's probably one of the most gifted players at the club. His chest control is probably better than most players control with their feet. But he ticked it along nicely yesterday. Then the forward line, Dwayne played right wing. linked up very well. Again, he had a hand in the first goal and did well. His fullbacks with their tricky winger who's getting a bit of joy in the first half. Dan, only his second game for the club. Normally a centre mid, but plays up front on a Sunday as well. So we've kind of brought him in to play on a Sunday and linked up well. Probably did better in the second half where he swapped with Michael, went into midfield and kind of just helped get us a bit of control in the midfield. And Fred, he got a 7 out of 10 again. Had a hand in the second goal, the first goal and the second goal. Won the free kick for the second goal. Subs, Louis Coker come on at fullback for injured Lou. Was solid. Didn't give his winger any joy, and got stuck in. We got a lot of players that don't like throwing in a tackle, but Lewis is one of those defenders that loves a tackle and stopped his winger getting up that line and controlled and again settled with the back four very well. Yinka, I gave him an 8 out of 10. He come on, scored the goal that kind of sealed the game, direct from a corner with help from the keeper who kind of carried it into the top corner, but still you've got to put the delivery in the box. Cavan, come on, scored the goal that put us ahead in the game from a good free kick, got in on and pressed the defenders well and stopped them kind of going direct and kind of dragged us up the pitch that second half. So he did well. Charlie come on midfield just to shore it up with his height. He's about 6'8". So all those long balls that were going from their back line, he was winning those in the air. And Nuhu only had about 10 minutes, so did what he had to do when he come on.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Panelists, questions?
The last, the subs, what's his name? Nuhu.
Yes.
Why did he play only 5 to 8 minutes?
It was just a change that happened during the game. We were in control and we'd already made 3 or 4 subs. It was just a kind of slowing the game down, and he was like 10 minutes left. Obviously, with it being a cup game, we weren't sure if we were going extra time, so we don't want to use all our subs at the same time. So it was just as the game was flowing.
I'm just wondering if it just wasn't good enough. That's why he was at the bench and played only 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on. He said you weren't sure about extra time, but it's roll on, roll off. So
exactly.
No, Saturdays it isn't for us.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so we've got 5 subs and 5 subs. There's no roll on roll off in our league.
How? It's a grassroots league.
Yeah, they don't do roll off.
Sorry, which league is this?
Rochester District.
What?
Never heard of that.
They don't like it. They don't like it. When we first joined in 2015, it was name 5, use 3. And now it's name 5, you can use 5.
Okay, so that means
only time we're allowed to use roll on roll off is if it's the county cup.
So that means the clubs would have had to vote for that because that's really anti-participation, you know. But anyway, fine. It's what it is.
To be fair, I'm not sure if any of the clubs raise it as a concern at the AGM. I've never seen it as a concern at the AGM about roll on roll off.
Yeah, because a league would have to vote that in because that's what that's standardized for all of grassroots. So that's why.
Like I said, it was like that when we joined. So it's just what we've done. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure I'm a fan of roll on roll off. One of the Sunday teams some of my players play for had a game last Sunday, and the manager was making subs after 20 minutes. And by the end of the game, he changed the whole back line, and they dropped a 3-0 lead and drew 3-3 just because of constant changes. But it's up to the clubs at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's what happens to do with the roll and roll off. That's just the manager being stupid.
It kind of does.
If you are, you see what I'm saying? Like for real though. If your team have gone up 3-0, the backline is playing well, and you go ahead and change the whole backline.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Who kept a clean sheet? That's nothing to do with roll and roll off. It's just manager being stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
Yeah,
it's not stupid. We've done that before. We did that. We've done that before.
Yeah, that's why
you're
stupid, basically.
Exactly, pretty much. Pretty much. And we still kept the clean sheet. It's just the manager didn't put the right subs in the right places. That's all. and he was making changes probably when he shouldn't have.
Potatoes.
No, because you can change the whole backline and be fine. But the problem is, if you do it at the wrong time, then you bring on problems. Like when I subbed you off, and I brought on, we'll see. There's someone say thank God, and I brought on Doc. We were still just as secure. When I took off Carl and brought Easty, we were still as secure. I don't see what the problem is here.
But well, you agree with me in the sense that it's not about the roll on, roll off.
Well, I can agree on that. It's not the roll on, roll off. The manager just was making mistakes, not just doing the subs, but he made mistakes, and maybe the team just got good.
True.
So Rav, can you name me one player that's literally on your mind the moment you get to your football destination?
Most days it's the goalkeeper, just making sure he's going to beat it.
That brings me on to my question, actually. So you won 3-0, did you?
3-1.
3-1. And your goalkeeper got 8.5.
Yes.
So was he making a bundle of saves? Or?
First half, he was tested. So that, like I said, they had the wind behind him, and like I said, they were very direct. So a lot of balls into the area, dealt with his box, and there was a couple of saves after they had a free kick on the left-hand touchline, which was overhit, and it was going in if it wasn't for his last-minute kind of fingertips onto the bar. And there was a couple of attempts they've had at launching into the box, which he's handled very well. Saves, and he didn't have a chance for the goal, to be fair. A bit of miscommunication from a long throw. Their wingers snuck in and lobbed it over him. But apart from that, and then second half, like I said, apart from a couple of crosses, which one he's kind of claimed, and the other's kind of gone over his head and out for a goal kick. Apart from that, in the second half, they didn't really have a sniff. But the first half, he made a good couple of saves that kept us in it, and just claiming those long balls. When you're playing a side that's very direct, had a very handy striker up front, who we played this side just before lockdown as well in another cup. So we'd seen them before, but he controlled the back line and controlled his box, which is what you want your keeper to do, and he did that.
Okay. No, that told me.
Fair enough. Paul, have you got any questions?
No, I think he's doing a great job. I like it.
After the heat, those other guests got on. Glad.
you backed up.
Rav, they came with their chest pushed up, but you've just come settled, and I like people who've just come settled. So I like what you're doing, as Nana said. It's good to get people out and about, playing football, doing sport. Takes their mind off doing things that they shouldn't really be doing. You're doing a good thing. We need people more like you. So
thank you very much.
Congrats.
Hey, Rav, you've done well here. You've done well.
Done really well, man.
Wow.
I've been sitting there for an hour, and I was wondering what I was going to get. I was going to get heat.
No.
Come on,
especially about the phone call I got last night. He's like, "You got to hold your own."
No.
You've come prepared. You've come prepared. I can respect all your marks. You've backed them all up. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, and you come in humble and prepared.
Exactly.
Not like spotted with or chest coming for one
to the side and all the rest of it.
If you come in sideways in here, right.
All right. Okay. Rav, I'm literally gonna stir the pot because I am not liking this at all. I'm not liking this.
All right.
After we had food together a couple of months ago. That's
well, I was sorry. Ash, and hey, you know what? Please tell the guys that I actually traveled down to your sponsored restaurant and we actually broke bread together, right?
Yeah, we did. To be fair, Therese was supposed to come and watch the game, but it got called off. But he thought he's still coming for food, so he still made the effort.
Rab, if there's free food, he's gonna be there.
Oh, so it was free food.
Nothing. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with breaking bread, and if there's free food,
no, it weren't free.
Did Tabriz pay?
Yes.
Did he pay for the food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Full price.
Was it subsidized?
No. We get 20% off.
Paul, Nana is so African. Did you hear what he said?
No. What did he say?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even hear that.
I asked if there's free food, Tobrice is gonna be there.
Of course. Look,
we know that, don't we?
Yeah, we know that. Anything that's free, Tobrice will find his way there.
No, but like it wasn't free. Like, you know,
it was subsidized, so that was good enough. You was going down there.
You know, I could have went there, and you know, they are literally doing amazing stuff. You know, in the local community, and literally, like I went down there.
Did you take a doggy bag?
Ralph, please, come on, tell him, please, come on. Like,
I can't remember if you did that. I don't know.
I think you did, Tobrice. I think you did. Tobrice had his Tupperware.
Yo, Ray and Paul, listen, maybe we can take Ralph's details and support him. You know, if you have the space for our team, maybe we can come there sometime in one of our functions and support your, you know.
Yeah, more than we can chat off screen. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So Nana wants some free food. Well, so. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, bro. Who's gonna want some free food?
I said it.
Ray, you know I give free food. And some people bring exactly.
I don't know what we're talking about. I officially do not know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Rav, okay.
You do that when you're refereeing anyway, so I don't know why you're worried about that.
Okay, Rav.
I'm worried about your managing because from what I'm hearing about your players, furthermore, let me not say that.
That's right.
That's right. Sound right.
All right, Rav. Okay, Rav. So, can you kind of name an area that you would like to improve?
Ooh, I'd say up front. If I'm being honest, I'd say up front. We haven't really got an out-and-out number 9. We've got a lot of players that can play that position and play that kind of wide forward. Hence why we play a 4-3-3. We've got a lot of players that can play that wide forward role. But that genuine number 9, complete batsman, especially at this level, a goal scorer is as good as 3 points most games. And if you've got someone that wants to score that goal will be in the box and they have that desire to score goals. That would be that kind of goal for us in that kind of area that personally I say we kind of need.
Okay.
We have for last season we obviously null and void, but those wide forwards do chip in with their goals. 2 years today.
All I heard him say was his just can't hit the barn door. That's what I heard because you say you don't have a proper number 9. So that's all I heard.
We don't have a proper number 9.
Oh, he didn't even deny it. Damn.
Wow. So okay, so you know, all right. So literally, if a kind of number 9 came right now, and you know, you can have a squad of 23, who would you take out to literally get that number 9 in? I need a name.
That's hard. To be fair, we've got a squad of 24 already, and so 3 have missed out due to injury. It's hard. I think it all depends on the opposition as well, but it probably one of the. I might have to plead the 5th on this. I have no idea.
Oh, come on, Rob. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I've got good piece here. I don't want to ruin it by dropping people that for a mystery number 9 that I haven't got.
Hang on, Paul and Ray. I could have sworn that somebody on this panel said he used to be a striker for some team and like score bare goals, you know, for some team.
I heard there was a striker, but then there's someone else who was supposedly, I've heard rumors, was a striker, played at very high levels, was managed by Brendan Rodgers. I heard there's a good few guys on there who we can occasionally see the odd note, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. So, you know.
Brendan, who's that?
Jamal?
Barry, I don't want to call any names, but there's a guy on the head that I'm hearing was a killer striker, could hold the ball up. Yeah, hold the ball up, pin his man, back to goal, killer in front of goal, and could sing as well. Can do it all. and he can ref as well. So if you're short, if man don't turn up, he can go in the middle, do a job. All round, where's it, Tabriz? Triple threat.
Yo, quicksand. I don't know why. First things first, you never come on the show after you comb your hair. I don't know why.
Is it you, Big Sam? Is it you, Big Sam? Is it you?
My father would be so disappointed. But either way, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't understand why you're trying to take shots at me. Okay?
I'm just
I don't understand why you're trying to take
saying.
shots at me.
Because we don't know your footballing history, but I heard you were a killer striker. Are you saying that's not true? You wasn't.
Listen, I don't understand how Tabriz asked one of our guests who's providing his player ratings for his team. He completely sat on the fence. No one wants to acknowledge that, but now you're trying to come at me. Is that
because Nana said he thought there was somebody on the panel that could be the mystery striker that Rav is looking for. And I'm just putting somebody's name in the hat. That's all. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Where is it?
You're going up.
It's snapping
my
up
grandmother always told me before she passed, never trust a Christian man who supports a team called the Red Devils. That's what she told me. So
you can support. You're going to step away from talking about your footballing ability.
Nana said.
Okay.
We're waiting to hear about your footballing ability. Break down Nana. Put down everything he says, but now you want to follow his word.
Nana's
don't make sense.
Nana's just asked a question, and I'm just helping along.
No, whatever, man. You're tired.
If you want to keep your footballing prowess a secret, then hey.
Oh gosh, coach.
Well, but wait, to be fair, there's two of them on the panel, isn't it? Like,
okay, you know what?
There's
coach,
another one who said
coach.
he was a top striker. He banged a lot of goals, and
coach,
so Rav, you have your choice.
Coach Barry.
Well, pre-season's coming up. We got open training coming up, so we're more than welcome to come along.
Unfortunately, one of them will only play 4 games for you all season.
Yeah, well, one will play 4, and the other one will just sit there and I don't know, give dodgy referee.
I've had players do that many a time. So.
Yeah, you're quicksand. Listen, let me go to the system for your address,
Coach and Barry. Do you have any questions for Ralph?
I think I agree that Ralph's doing a great job. Once again, Ralph, have you been managing from the start of this team?
So first year, it was kind of a joint effort. First 2 seasons were a joint effort. Obviously, when I got injured, I was on the sidelines. Club secretary, so you kind of do everything anyway. I know that. And third season, it was third and fourth season, it was just me in charge. And last season, obviously for the null and void. This season, there's a bit of a change. One of our players, Cookie, he stopped playing Saturdays for us because of age and aging body. So he's kind of helped take the reins and take some of the blame if it goes wrong as well.
Smart man.
No, brilliant.
I just saw something on the very disturbing. So wait a second. While I'm trying to look for Quicksand's address to go run up in his yard, I realized that Independent are affiliated to Surrey FA. So Coach Barry, we're gonna have a discussion about that because no, I'm not having that. Sorry, Rad, I'm not trying to cut into your time. I'm not having that. No, that is not acceptable.
Okay, well, you know what? Before we kind of go into that conversation, Rav, honestly, thank you so much for coming on and keep it a good. I will kind of literally definitely share your details, and Rav, you've been actually very, very modest. Of course, like we've kind of spoken at length, like in terms of a player that's kind of sadly transitioned, and like you are doing absolutely amazing work within your local community. So anything that we can do, again, just kind of please let us know. So honestly, carry like his legacy on, and we're kind of wishing you the best for this season and beyond.
Cool. Cheers, guys. Thank you for the nice words.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Well done, Rav. Well done.
Right.
Cheers, man.
All right. Okay. So those are our kind of 3 teams that have come on. Again, thank you to South City, to Caldecott, and also to Grand Sports as well. Ray, Paul, do you guys want to talk about what's kind of going on with the vets?
Go on, bro.
What do you mean? What's going on with vets? I don't understand.
Oh, I just want to know why they're affiliated to Saudi FA. Someone
Jamal,
needs to answer
sorry,
that
it's
question.
not your slot, Jamal. It's not your slot.
Yeah. I got a slot for you. Listen, I just need someone to explain.
Please, can you mute him, please?
I need someone
please.
to explain that to me.
Take
I'm not
control.
playing around.
Breeze.
That's a very serious.
Listen,
that is very serious.
Listen.
Control.
You know, it's not about taking control.
But you asked me a question.
Ray, Paul.
Yeah, I asked you a question.
Do you not hear Sam Allardyce just butting in?
So I'm saying, I just someone needs to answer. Someone needs to answer that question.
Look at this.
Yeah, SW16.
So Tabriz, shall I answer
on.
Jamal's? There you go.
Jamal, we'll ask you in a minute, Jamal. You'll get your answers in a minute.
There you go. Tabriz, you can't do this. You asked the question, and I got this guy asking me questions. So who should I respond to? Him or you? Who's running this thing?
Yeah. How about you?
Look at this. Look at this.
You stop ducking questions. That's what I'm saying.
Oh dear.
This is the kind of questions you duck. Do you pay attention? That child yours? You see, you keep ducking questions. You know what I'm saying?
Danger. No.
So Ray and Paul. So what's going on with the independent vets?
Shall I answer Jamal's question or yours? Which one? Right. So before I was so rudely interrupted by Big Sam Allardyce, so basically, we had a game. Well, we were supposed to have a friendly this Saturday, pulled out last minute. We've got the London Cup. Is it London Cup? I think it's London Cup next week. No, the Beckenham Hospital Cup's next week. Beckenham Hospital Cup's next week, and London Cup the week after. So we've got South East in the Beckenham Hospital Cup. They beat us in a friendly last game before lockdown. Beat us heavily. So we've got to make sure we keep our wits about us for that game. But I feel I'm still quietly confident with that one. As long as we go there and keep our attitude right. Because in that game, to be honest, our attitude wasn't right. I think as long as we go there with the right frame of mind, I think we've got the team to put them away. We've got Sporting Santos in the London Cup. We also lost to them. But that game I felt was not, that score wasn't reflective of the game. So again, it's one that we aim to put right. And I think they'll definitely need to perform very well to keep us out. As long as we stay focused, play the way we're meant to play. We've made some acquisitions during COVID, and I think they'll help us out on our journey. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And I got a question for like Paul. Without saying too much, how important is it to actually find a really good home ground?
It depends what sort of level you want to play at. I mean, as I say, there's two different types of teams, isn't there? There's a team that just goes out on a Sunday or a Saturday just for a kickabout with the mates, win, draw or lose, they're happy, they go home, whatever. And there's teams that are serious, and it just depends what type of football. We like to play football on the ground. So you need a good surface for that. We're vets, so we like private pitches. You don't have to put up nets, which is very difficult to find. But then we've had COVID. Some of the teams have financial difficulties, may have dropped out. So, that sort of thing is what we've got a private ground already. We've got a private ground now. So, but, in the future, you never know. But it just depends what sort of level and what sort of football you want to play. If you want to play up in the air, you play Wimbledon extensions. You want to play decent football. I went to watch Lambeth and Dons today, and the surface was incredible, which shows in the football they play. The ball ran true. So, that's what I think. Private pitches helps a team after the game. You go to the clubhouse, you have a drink, helps the team to stick together. If you haven't got that, everyone just shoots off after a game. You haven't got the togetherness. So,
cool.
That's one of those things.
Cool. Coach Barry, what's happening with the independent youth side?
Oh, we started back officially this Saturday.
Okay.
We had we haven't played many games. Most of the teams have only played 2 or 3 games. So all our games now will be double bankers until the end of the season. So it's so compact. It's very hard. We've got to get games from the get-go in the league. And I think with so much games compressed together, it's very difficult for the boys to get back into the straight away. So we're still behind at the clubs. What we're training during the lockdown, which I didn't know. So we're a little bit behind. But we've got a full pack schedule all the way till June. So it's very intense what we've got at the moment. But yesterday was good. All the boys were jumping on each other and families were glad to see each other. So it was a really good day. Just people being together and outside. So it was very positive yesterday day for us.
Cool. And to Nana, I've got two questions. First question, I know that you refereed today. Can you kind of literally talk us through the game that you refereed? And also, it looks like you're hungry because like the word sharp is being swallowed up by your belly right now.
Wow.
I would expect that.
No, don't put it down, you know. Don't put it top down now, you know. Don't you can't put it that's limited.
Listen, it is what it is.
No, it's not. No.
All night. This sharp is not about the belly or anything. The material, you know how it's made. You know the old school, the retro bit. It's not painted. It's actually how do you call it? I don't even know what the word is for it, but it is the way it is. So how you sit down is gonna go how it is. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, it was a very competitive game today. It was AFC Charlton and ES Lions, the Metropolitan Sunday League. It was a double header, so 2 1-hour games, and it was very. Sorry,
you referee on the Met League?
No, it was a one-off. I do the Westboro alone, but it was a one-off. I wasn't meant to be referee today, but can you hear me?
So you referee on the Met? No, I heard you.
No, I'm saying I don't usually do the Met League.
No, it's cool. I see it.
Shut up, man.
Well, Jamal's just on a proper whining thing today, isn't it?
I don't know.
This guy.
Wow. Okay, all right.
He must be.
I see it. Just a one-off, yeah. Cool.
I got this yesterday. Yesterday in the evening.
No, you don't need to explain yourself to Jamal unless he's your boss.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I got this. They have to help them out.
Don't let no one bully you. Don't let no one bully you. Just run him. Yeah, say it with your chest. I refereed in the Met League and what? Quiet. That's it. And
it was a very competitive game.
You're sharp.
Yeah.
It was a very competitive couple of games. Both games ended 1 apiece.
Okay.
Not a lot of well. Oh, definitely.
And did you give him your speech? Did you give him your prepared statement?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you do it for both games?
No, just the first game. And like in some of these leagues, it's very important that you set your stall, because the first 15 minutes, if you don't manage the game properly, it could go south very quick. You know, the pace, the energy, the compassion, you know, everything is just crazy. So after that, it was fine, but it was a very, very competitive game. I actually enjoyed it. It was
Another question, Nana. Did you do a minute silence today?
Oh, I certainly did.
Oh, good.
Did you do a minute silence for Prince Philip or DMX?
Well, choose your pick.
Or was it for both?
No. It's a simple question.
Very good question, Jamal.
Who did you do for Prince Philip or for Earl Simmons the Great?
I did it for DMX Me personally.
Okay, I'm about to say. Yeah, see,
You
black
little
card strip.
liar.
You about to get your black
little
card
liar.
strip.
100%.
Liar.
Well done.
You
100%.
liar.
My daughter's in
You
this corner
fraud.
all my life. I did it for DMX.
Fraud.
My thing is this. You know, I know the reason why Ray asked the question, so I might as well bring it up. There's been a lot of backstake about Lewis Hamilton not commenting or acknowledging the death of Phillips. A man has died. A great man has died.
No, you should rephrase that. You should rephrase
wait,
that. Wait,
hang on.
No. You should rephrase it. You know why you should phrase it? Because it's not for him not commenting. It's for him not putting it on Twitter because we don't know if he's privately sent his condolences over. So it's just fact. It's just a fact he didn't put on Twitter.
But yeah, I was coming to it. I'm saying that. So far as I'm concerned, you know, this is the Duke of Edinburgh. Well known all around the world. He died. Now, in my opinion, Lewis Hamilton, member of the Royal Empire now because of his knighthood and all that. Like you said earlier on, if he didn't take that, if he didn't take that knighthood, it would be a lot easier. But once he took that knighthood, I felt it would have been a nice touch for him, just as he acknowledged DMX, the death of DMX, to also acknowledge the passing of the Duke of Edinburgh. He didn't. I don't know why he didn't. He may have, like Ray said again, like Ray said, maybe indirectly or privately had acknowledged. I don't know. It is what it is. But I'm saying that because he's in the private eye, the public eye, it would have been a nice touch. It would have been class to acknowledge that. He has every right not to. But just for me personally, I think that with the position that he's in, he could have said a few words, just like he did for DMX. Maybe yes, DMX may have influenced him growing up. That's the music he grew up, just like most of us, you know, black kids, you know, and what we stand for and all sorts. But it would have been nice to see that he's died, and you are in the public eye. You are a knight. So if you said, you know, 5 words or 4, RIP to the Duke, it would have been nice. But hey, it's his choice. He didn't. I don't agree with that, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay.
Barry, look like you want to ask him something, Barry.
Hmm?
You look like you want to ask him something.
Who?
No. On the camera. Huh?
I didn't hear. What was the conversation about?
Yeah, no, your camera froze. That's why you had that intense look. I thought you were to ask him a question.
No, Barry, Ray asked the question. Well, basically, it's about Lewis Hamilton and this Twitter wars. Not, you know, people coming at him for not publicly acknowledging the death of the Duke of Edinburgh. And it was in one of our groups today, and I said, he did say a few things about DMX, and I thought it would have been class to say a few words about the Duke as well. It was as simple as that. And as I was saying, it is his prerogative to or not to. What you know? But I thought it would have been a bit of class to do that.
Okay.
They don't agree with me, but hey, it is what it is.
To be honest, I don't know hardly anything about. Is it Philip?
Yeah, Prince Philip. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really follow the royals. So I don't really know anything about what he did or that for the country. I don't know. I don't really know much about the royals, to be honest.
You know, moving to this country has been really interesting because people who've been born and raised in this country, it seems as if there's that distance between them and the royal family. So whenever something like this happens, it's like, yeah, sorry, I don't really connect to the royals. But you know, I'm foreign, so I get it. But I feel as if, like, did you guys not grow up learning about the royals in school, or how come there's no connection?
Maybe that's for a different show.
All right. Well, yeah. For my personal education, I would love to know why that is, because it seems as if the Black British community is mourning DMX and not mourning Prince Philip. It's really interesting.
Well,
and rightly so. It's what we grew up on. You see what I'm saying? It's what we can associate with. We know, and I'm not even gonna mince words. We know that they don't give a shit about us, black people. It is what it is. We can't go this way and that way. You know what I'm saying? There's them and there's us, and it's being made clear. Look at the abuse that Hamilton has faced online when he got the knighthood. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying, as a bigger man, as a bigger person, if you accept that knighthood to be a member of the British Empire, then it would have been class for you to say simply RIP to the Duke of Edinburgh. That's all I'm saying. You have your right to or not to. You see what I'm saying? DMX, we all grew up on DMX. Like, I was crazy about DMX. So I can associate myself. I cannot associate myself to the royal family because I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
And so far as I'm concerned, they don't give a shit about me and my skin color.
Can I?
And if anything, 1 second, Tobias, and if anything, the events of the last 400 years and the events of recent history with Meghan and Harry and all that has even made things abundantly clear that they don't give a shit about me. So
but that's never here nor there to me. I'm sorry, I missed a bit of this bit. That's never here nor there to me. My argument, which was in the group, my issue is, at the end of the day, none of us know what was done behind closed doors. And to me, nobody has the right to demand who he says RIP to on his Twitter feed. It's nothing to do with anyone other than him. If the royal family choose to ask him privately, why did you not say blah, 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 he will answer to them. But when you've got trolls coming on his page, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done that, that's where I take issue. Because at the end of the day, it's a free country and it's his choice to do what he chooses to do. At the end of the day, the man could have written, he could have sent a bunch of flowers. He may have looked at it and felt it's more classy to give a private message to the Queen and send her a bunch of flowers to say, I'm sorry for your loss, rather than put it on Twitter. He may have put it on Twitter because he's got no way of contacting DMX's family. So Lewis Hamilton, there's been a long history of people, what I'd class as trolls, regardless of what he does, attacking him. They didn't want him to get knighted. Now, all of a sudden, because he's been knighted, he should bow down and do what they feel is the right thing. You don't know what he did. And that's my issue. You have no idea. The man could have sent them, he could have made a personal visit. We don't know. But you get these people jumped up, oh, he should have done this, he should have done that, he should have done that, he should have done this. So that's why I'm now renaming you, Nana, Sir Nana.
Okay.
I'll be checking your Twitter feed as well, Nana.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, exactly what Paul said. This that could be a conversation for another show. Jamal,
to leave all that to social media, man.
Yeah, well, hey,
that sounds like gossip.
Yeah. Jamal, where were you today?
This morning, I went to North London to watch the Continental Mile End squad match. It was a really good game. I had to leave after about 60 minutes. The score, Continental was winning 4-2. I then get to the second game. The referee calls me and said Mile End came back and won 6-5 with 10 players. So they actually scored 2 goals with 11 players and scored 4 goals with 10 players. So yeah, classic London Cup game, up and down. There were 2 penalties, 2 red cards. Excellent. That's what it's all about, making the games as competitive as possible. I then went to Thamesmead. I had to host the Under the Radar Kazilla match, and Under the Radar won that match. So Under the Radar progressed now to the round of 16, and Mile End BT squad progressed to the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinal draw will be taking place on the 2nd of May.
Hey, sponsored by who? Sponsored by who? Tell us.
The Amateur Footballer.
Thank you very much. And one more thing, I just released my video on my take on why there are no black referees in the Premier League. So that video is now live on Instagram, Facebook, and the snippet is on Twitter. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, go ahead and tune in, like, comment, and share. Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much for everyone's contributions. Again, thank you to Grand Sports for South City, to Caldecott as well. Thank you to Jamal, to Nana, to Paul, to Coach Barry, to Ray as well. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and follow everyone's channels. Everyone's got a platform. If you need anything, please DM the Amateur Footballer, and I will literally give you all of the information that you guys need. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. We'll see you guys real soon. I salute everyone that supports grassroots football. And hey, you know what? We continue and we go again next weekend. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon.
So